S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name.
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, 230.
57. You get rock me. You get rock me. You get rock me.
Here's the rookie from Florida Atlantic, Kareth White. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 31. Check 31.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
They give it off here to the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A carry here for the big tight end. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Take both of them.
Check, 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 check.
No spacing.
Jim, 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 Jim.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Stop! 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Black is run.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington.
Let's go.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 7. And a Steeler first down.
Black 20.
57. Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen. Off the screen.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch. Hey. Check 9, check 9. Mike's 57.
On 2nd down now, it's White. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline.
57 to Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, dude. Mike, 57.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. It's hard to know who's more dynamic between quarterback Lamar Jackson and that man Hollywood Brown. But they're just going to try to get the ball in Brown's hands early and often like they did there and see what he can produce. So many folks in Baltimore excited about this young pup, and for good reason. The rookie first-rounder out of Oklahoma is explosive. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Hayden from his cornerback position on the sack that time. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Like 80. Here
we go.
44. Go.
Just like that. 57's Mike.
Now Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, switch gears.
After the interception, here's Jackson dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
6-0 our score after one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 40-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it. Switch.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Check 52.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Less than a yard.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. He's coming. We got double up.
This time, Jackson will throw it out to his left. It's complete to Snead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Left out. 57's right. Hey, echo.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mariota now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Complete to Washington. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Good trap, good trap. Let's 57's left. Hey, that's good.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep here for Ebron. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
First down, Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing on second down. Mariota. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Middle.
First down, here's White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. On third down, a run from White. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Mariota now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Where are they, team?
Joker. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
3.
Delta. Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, Mariota going up top. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st down, Dobbins. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Watch 98. Watch 98.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Now Mariota. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind of Big Ben. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get him.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Take both of them.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Easy.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike.
Five.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Mariota finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I don't think you got it, son.
Where are they, team?
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action. Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that takes us from second to third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
One. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Mike's 54.
H3 218. Chopper. Don't get nervous now.
Mariota here to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle. His third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
Alert.
Let's get that ball.
Hey, Haywood.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second and 10, Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Let's go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's get off the field, D. 57's the mic.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being